I can actually draw in
bro, you
additional
lost me. You
harmonics or overtones to sort of shape my sine wave. The bar is here, the louder each harmonic.
Yeah, man, this is too much for me. That's a lot for me.
By pressing.
What do we need? What's the end result?
Here. Sexy.
Finally, another episode of Vibe or No Vibe. I haven't made any episodes in the last weeks. I got excuses for that. I got married, did an excessive lot of running, and I did a lot of nothing because my creativity was at zero. What I do when my creativity is at zero is I watch tutorials about producing, making music, whatever. So I decided for this episode, I'm gonna watch a tutorial. We're gonna follow along all together, and I'm gonna make a piece of music out of that. And in the end, you can decide, as usual, in the comments if it's a vibe or a no vibe. There is no time limit. I'm gonna go easy on myself today. I already recorded the episode, and I can tell you that my stupid camera wasn't in focus again. Guess what? But I decided to make the episode anyway.
What am I gonna do? I'm gonna watch the tutorial and give it my own interpretation and make my own little beat, whatever you call it. I'm a big fan of the YouTube creator called You Suck at Producing. This guy is super funny. And he made a tutorial on hyperpop, hyper anything, hyper ambient, whatever. So I'm gonna watch this tutorial. I'm gonna follow along and make my own interpretation.
Everybody and their mother already knows about hyperpoop. But what about hyper rhythm?
Sounds really cool.
Or even hyper ambient. Well, in today's lesson, I'll show you 5 different techniques you can use to make any genre sound hyper.
Funny guy. How to make any genre hyper. Okay.
Hyper music is consumed by Zoomers, the most overstimulated generation in history.
I know.
I mean, every video they watch is like 2 videos playing at the same time.
Yeah.
So, if we want to make hyper music, my first tip is to always have at least 2 melodies play at the same time.
Okay.
Check it out.
We'll do that.
Here I have 2 melodies, one designed to stimulate the left side of the brain.
Okay.
And the other designed to stimulate the right.
Ooh, nice.
One quick tip for writing melodies is to actually start with chord progressions.
Okay,
for example,
I feel ya.
Here I have a good old...
Okay, I know enough. Don't say anymore. First step, I need chords. I gotta make 2 melodies. One for the left side of the brain, one for the right side of the brain. Let's do that, super easy. I already have a question. Does the 2 melodies come from the same chords? Okay, I should finish watching.
But what about the left side? How are we supposed to write another melody on top of this? Well, another tip is to start your secondary melodies up a third from the first one.
A third.
If we start with D here, then all we gotta do is go D is 1, E is 2, F is 3, and boom, we've started up a third.
Okay, I can do that. Let's start with 3 chords. Super easy. Let's start with a C, easy, F, and end it up with a G. Kind of like that, I think. So C is 1, D is 2, E is 3. Easy. We need a good sound. So we got the stupid piano standard sound. We're gonna change that. We're gonna change it to something super basic. A synthesizer I know really well, which is free also, is this one. Standard sound. It's pretty cool. Okay, like that. Okay, let's make a melody out of it. What I did is I cut the chords into pieces and I deleted random pieces of it. And now I got this. So it's for the left side of the brain. Is it gonna work or not? I don't know. It's gonna fucking work hard. Holy shit. Okay, I need a melody in this one. He talks about appreciators. I'm gonna try that too. Sounds good. First tip, really good. Thank you. I got a really good vibe here. Okay, that's super hyper. Okay, let's go for the second tip.
My second tip for writing hyper
Second
music
tip,
is
let's
to
go.
use a ridiculous amount of percussion.
Lots of
especially
I love
if that
that.
percussion reminds Zoomers of their phones.
Oh shit. Fucking commercials on YouTube, I'm sick of you.
For this one, I'm going to go ahead and use expression control. Expression control has a random parameter, which means it's going to send out
Okay, so what he's doing is he got a percussion element, he pitched it randomly, and he also did the panning randomly. I can facilitate this also in Logic. The guy is using Ableton, as you see. I gotta put my knowledge of Logic, transform it to the Ableton thinking. So first of all, I need a little zoomer percussion sound. Oh, I like that. Oh, this is gonna be hot. This is exact what we need. Is that good? Okay. And then he pitches it. We can put an LFO on the pitch here. Learn plugin parameter. That's what I need. Like that. It's a little bit too fast, so we're gonna go a little bit slower. Like that, like that, like that. Yeah, that's what we need. Oh, you hear that? That's what I need. That's the pitch. Okay, that's what he was talking about. He said pitch, and what else do we got? Transpose and
use expression control. Expression control.
Expression control. Expression control. I got that too. I got your back. What is expression? What is it? Volume? Cutoff? We can do that. Add another modulator. And do it to the cutoff. I think that's gonna be cool. Not so fast, not so far. And I want it there. That's perfect. Okay, I did that.
Third tip for creating
Third
hyper
tip,
music
let's go.
is to use ridiculous amounts of distortion.
Distortion,
Check
I
this
love
out.
that.
I got a sick house drop with the boomer kick. Let's take a listen. Okay, it's not bad, but let's try it with the zoomer kick. Oh shit! I can actually draw in
bro, you
additional
lost me. You lost me.
harmonics or
You lost me.
overtones to sort of shape my sine wave. The bar
can't
is
do
here, the
that.
louder each harmonic.
Yeah, man, this is too much for me.
Backwards
That's a lot for me.
by pressing.
What do we need? What's the end result?
Here. Sexy beat.
Okay, so he's got this kick distortion kick. I can do that too, but it was a bit complex here. Can I have a distortion kick, distorted kick, distortion? And we'll start out with that, and I'll see what I can do with it, what I feel. I kind of like that. First one is charm. I'm feeling some inspiration. I also need some. I'm gonna find a distorted snare or something or whatnot. I don't know. You know, this is the beauty about a tutorial. I'm starting to feel something. Yeah. Okay, more tips, man.
We need to prey on their sense of nostalgia for the early 2000s.
Nostalgia.
So a great way of doing that is slapping plugins like Digitalis on your sounds. This will make your sounds feel like they're being downloaded
I don't
through a
have that
dial-up
plugin.
connection.
Okay, my own interpretation of this is, I don't know, I think if it's gonna be cool if I add some bit crushing to it. I got this distortion, and then bit crush it, like that. That sounds really good. Okay, maybe one more tip.
Boy, I'm tired of all this ultra-fast hyper music. What happened to the days when music could take its time and people could pay attention to things for longer than 15 seconds? Don't worry, you can also make hyper ambient music. Let's start bringing in some of the ambient sounds that Zoomers face. So for example, we'll get a recording of the Zoomer on their walk to the Amazon warehouse for their unpaid internship.
Okay, beautiful tutorial. I learned lots of stuff. Some things were hard to understand, some things not. But I got this basic. let's build something around it. I'm gonna give myself 20 more minutes, maybe a half an hour, to make something beautiful out of this. I'm gonna find some more percussion elements that I already have in my collection that would be cool, and add it. And I'm gonna use some ambient chords in this motherfucker too. Let's start with that. Oh, that's so cool, man. And then we need those nature sounds he told us about. Okay, we got a little build up. We're gonna... This shit also needs something. It needs more depth. I'm not native English. I need bass. The bass is gonna fix it or break it for sure. Is this gonna work or not? Yeah, it's beautiful. I knew it was gonna work. I felt like, yo, this shit is gonna work for sure. Okay, what do I have? Let's listen to it again. One more time. Let's feel it. Okay, let me mix this whole thing. We are gonna listen to it again. You can tell me if it's vibe or no vibe. And we'll see if it was a good tutorial or not. Okay. It was a really hard time to mix this thing because there's a lot going on. I think the tutorial was really great to trigger my creativity. Sometimes it got a little too complicated for me, so I couldn't really follow through, especially with the kick thing. The 2 melodies on the side of the ears was a really great tip. I think the ambient sounds also are really a great addition to what I just made. Let's listen to it. And I think it's a little bit of a vibe. I'm gonna fine-tune these tutorial episodes for sure, because I'm not there yet. I think it's not mixed really well yet, but okay. We'll get there, I don't know. It's kinda cool. It's kinda cool. Bass is cool. Well, it's I don't know. It's not the hyper ambient, I think, that was suspected to be the ambient hyper thing that we thought it would be, but it's not. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode of Vibe or No Vibe, the tutorial review edition or something like that. I'm gonna fine tune it, but I already loved it. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching.